Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan. Let's get into Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's go. So we start out with the announcement that Ken was making. So at this point, it's over. Marquez has let everybody know that he is the father. Everybody at the Love and Marriage Huntsville table is just in disbelief. Like Mel is shamed, Destiny is cracking up, and Maurice's face is in disbelief as well. As much as unnecessary as I think Marquez is, I do enjoy parents with their children. Now, I do believe this was for the cameras. I believe that. So this conversation with Mel and Maurice was way too long, right? Mel told him that she felt he was very irresponsible for how he handled the DUI arrest, right? In place of being remorseful, saying, thank God I have my life, thank God I didn't hurt anyone, I'm turning up at the black. You know what I'm saying? And then she let him know that her grandmother passed away from being hit by a drunk driver. Then he's like, oh, do you know what happened? Mel was like, yeah, I know what people have been saying. He said, so you just don't know what happened. Since this, we do know that that has been dismissed. By then, Kimmy had walked up there, right? So she's sitting there and she's like, let's keep it cute. And Destiny's like, you're sitting there and you're listening to Mel kind of grill your man and you don't have anything to say. It looks like you will come to his rescue, but she didn't. And then Maurice passes this whole conversation with Mel off as Mel is hurt, right? And she needs to heal. Because she's asking him, why was he irresponsible? Let's keep going. Okay, so this time when Mr. Salamander Man comes and sit down at the Love and Marriage Huntsville table, he introduces himself actually. He was like, hey, came off a little strong. My name is Marquez. I'm the father, the husband, or ex-husband, whatever. And then he proceeds to talk again. I need support. How do you get through this? Child Xavier, the baby had to come and get his daddy because he saw from the back that his father was getting ready to crash out while he was sitting there talking to people he doesn't know at the baby's party. This is what he asked his daddy. Why are you over there? Exactly. Why are you over there? And then Marquez was like, what? Am I talking too much? He was like, yeah, you need to relax. The child could see it. You understand what I'm saying? Out of control. Slithering. So then Xavier has to go get his daddy from the Love and Marriage Huntsville table. Once he's removed from there, Ken comes and pulls him to the side so they can have a conversation. Okay. So Marquez is telling Ken, like, you good. You got the girl, the house, the kids. You're good. And Ken is saying, sir, I just want to be there to help, right? I don't want to be in your shoes. These are my kids. I want to make sure they're good. I'm a provider. I want to do that, but I want to help you to do that as well. But you got to be here. Then Salamander Sam tried to throw some shots and ask Ken, can he have kids? How about this? How about Ken taking care of your kids? He's taking them on trips. He's providing. He's picking them up, right? And then he wants to get mad and he wants to say, yeah, my kids are saying to their teachers that you're their daddy. And Ken was like, well, whose fault is that? Let me tell y'all something. Y'all can say what you want to say about Ken. I don't care. I'm Team Ken. Because when he said that he blames Trish for that, I'm done with him. I'm done with Marquez. This right here, I can't even do it. I don't even understand why this type of matter exists. Okay? Sir, you left your family. You left. Ken said, it was not my fault that you left. And I moved in. You allowed Ken to move in. When you said you didn't want to go see your kids because Ken's car is in the driveway, who are you? A salamander, an amphibian. That means you have no backbone. And then he trying to sit here and tell Ken that the way he was taught, that if it's a man that comes into your life with your kids, your wife, whatever, you should have an initial conversation. Ken said, well, you got to be there to have it. Too many people have said that you're not there. And you don't even want to own up to it. And when you own up to it, like you did to Marceau, now in this moment, you want to act like you were there. No, sir, you've already told us what you did. Then here comes Trish. Trish came all undone. Trish came so undone that Ken had to come to her rescue along with her sister. She has allowed Marquez to flutter her. When Marquez said that I'm going to be quiet because you're not my girl, that sent her to another dimension. And I believe she a little sauced up too. In the middle of these three talking, Marquez says something like, Trish, I was there when your mother and your father were dying. Why in the world would you bring something like that up at this baby's party? And you done already told us that you left because you've never experienced anything like that in your life. And Trish was being too emotional. Like, do you remember what you said? It's on TV. I told you they had to bring her sister in here, right? Trish had got so turned upside down and discombobulated. She had to have something that was like a calming board. Then Trish tells Marquez that she has had the divorce papers signed and notarized. We're going to talk about them divorce papers tomorrow. Now, the whole Love and Marriage Huntsville table is like, oh my God, what's going on with Trish? Trish has gone out here and told a man that she got the paper signed, notarized. Mel was like, I told you not to do that at the party. Hold on. Trish said he got on my nerves. He got on my nerves, and I had to just tell him he was talking too much. He's too chatty. He wants attention, so I gave him some. Okay? Whatever these papers were, I did it. This conversation went too long also. Tisha wants a do-over because she wants to spill the tea she was not at the kids' party, right? Then she tells Kimmy about Mel saying Maurice had pink lips. You know how I feel about that. Then Trish over here talking about she's ready to slap everybody, including Marquez and Mel. Okay. Then she got to talking about Mel, asking about Martell, asking about the house, asking about the driveway. Then Kimmy's like, sounds like somebody still cares. Then Kimmy is talking about she needs to understand because the girls made a pact that if it's something they were talking about, they were going to come to each other. But she's pissed because Mel went to Tisha and Trish and not her. And she said, I was at Mel's house and she didn't say any of that to me. So we're going to get to it. Trish says she really doesn't know Mel, but it sounds like Mel is a little hypocritical because it seems like she can't handle what she's dishing out. Per Trish. So then we get to Nell and Chris Fletcher. Honey, they are fencing. They are doing activities. I think this is so cute. But Chris is talking to Nell because he said that Lance had come to him and said that Nell didn't want to have a 30th anniversary party. And he wanted to know why, because he feels like she deserves it. Nell said, yes, I said that. She said, because I didn't feel like basically I was going to have the money to do it. Chris has been in jail two or three times. She said she's spending money after money after money. She's almost depleted. So I understand that, right? But Chris said we're going to figure it out. But this is what else I want to be figured out. Who's doing this? Who is the person responsible for these eyebrows? Because I need to know if this is how you do your work or if this was a request. That's going to make a difference. Trisha and Marquez has met up. The kids were supposed to be with her. But the baby girl is sick and honey Xavier did not want to come. He is embarrassed about his daddy. Trish told Marquez that, because Marquez said, you got to stop talking about me. She was like, we don't bring you up until you bring us up. We don't wake up in the morning with you on our minds. But it's clearly that's how you wake up, right? Stop. Then he said, if Ken was not in the picture when I left, would the kids still be on track? She said they were on track. They never skipped a beat without you, right? You didn't put in on this. Just the 23 chromosomes. That's all you did, Marquez. Then he tells Trish that he needs to see a therapist. Then he asks her what he do. Do you know anything, Marquez? Like you ask do you have a clue about anything? Then he said he was going to move to Huntsville. Trish's like, I don't know how you're going to do that, but that will help. Marquez said he's not going anywhere, and Trish said Ken isn't either. But a bigger question is, why didn't Trish bring those divorce papers? Because he still needs to sign. Not going to waste too much time on this because we've seen it. First of all, Kimmy, you should not be asking another woman about your man. Second of all, Mel said, I don't care to continue to talk about this because you already know what I've said and you know how I feel about it. Kimmy wants to know if she feels like Maurice is cheating. What do you feel, Kimmy? Do you feel like he's cheating? It's your girl, Millie Chun. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. This is up next. Bye, y'all.